Hey everyone, this is your girl Sharifa, aka Shree, and welcome to the I'm Good podcast, or in better words, the I Feel Good podcast. If you are new here, welcome to the family. This is a podcast where I explore topics on mental health, physical health, nutrition, and everything in between. So if you're trying to get right and stay right mentally, this is definitely the place you want to be. And wait, before I begin, here's some quick info. Why did I name this podcast I'm Good? Simple. Because as people, from a cultural standpoint, whether we are down or happy, our favorite response to friends, families, or strangers is I'm good, even if we're not. It's completely normal not to feel happy all the time, but in the midst of whatever you go through, the saying I'm good can elaborate to so many different meanings. So yes, this is the place to be, whether you are down, happy, excited, and everything in between. I'm here to dish out knowledge, talk about current topics, and of course, lift you up. So feel free to go ahead and subscribe, share this podcast, leave a review, and tell a friend. Now let's go ahead and get started on today's show. Hey guys, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. And let me explain to you really quick. First of all, for starters, it's free. Yes, I said it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And I know most of you guys have a phone or computer, so it's so easy. Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So make sure you download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hey everybody, welcome back to the I'm Good podcast. If you are new here, what's good, what's poppin'? I'm your host, Shree, and welcome to the place where we talk about things that make you feel good and do good, okay? But yes, y'all, welcome to my podcast. If you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I know we have a lot of new listeners, so I just want to welcome all of you guys. And then shout out to my returning listeners, my I'm Good fam. Like, what's good, what's popping? Like, y'all be rocking with y'all girl, like, every week. And even if you miss a week, you still be rocking with your girl. So, yeah, shout out to y'all. So I really want to say thank you to everyone who has tuned in to this podcast, whether it's your first time or whether it is like you've been here for a while, okay, since 2020 or 2021, doesn't matter. I've been doing this it's going to be 2 years next month, which is crazy. 2 years recording, okay? But yes, y'all, so if anybody ever tells you that it's impossible to do something, be like, listen, I got this, because everybody's not going to understand your vision. It's like there's a quote that says that everybody can't understand your vision because God didn't give it to them. And that's something I'm teaching myself now. Like sometimes like I have different visions of things that I want to do and not everybody agrees with it. And I'm like, wait a second, Sharifa, God didn't give them that vision. So why do you think that they should always agree with what you do? Because even if people present to you something they want to do, you might not agree with it, but God didn't give you that vision. So a little off topic. This is not even today's subject, but you already know I like to go on my little rants. But I really want to, express my gratitude and just say thank you to everyone who has tuned into the podcast, or if you're new here, thank you so much for listening. And also too, I've said this a lot before, but if you find that this podcast may be helpful to someone, or maybe as a friend, family, you want to post on social media, feel free to share this podcast, okay? So if you feel that it has helped you in any way, be sure to share it. You can feel free to share it on social media. You can send it to someone via text, whatever it may be, or you can just talk about it. But definitely make sure you go ahead and share, what you learn from this podcast, because you never know. It can also not only help you, but it can also help others. Also, too, this podcast is sponsored by www.allthingsshri.com. You can use your promo code I'm Good Fam to get 10% off your entire order. You just need to use that at checkout. Once again, use promo code I'm Good Fam to get 10% off your entire order. The website is www.allthingsshri.com, and it features apparel that is meant to uplift, motivate, and inspire you. So make sure you guys go ahead and use that promo code. If you have any issues, feel free to send me a message or email me, because the email is on there. Also, too, if you are listening to this on an Apple Podcast device, make sure you go ahead and leave a rating and review. It is greatly appreciated. Whether you want to leave a review or a rating, it doesn't matter. Just make sure you go ahead and do that. As I always said, probably in the past before, doing so helps even more people to become more aware of this podcast, because I know, there's a reason for everything, and I have a purpose as to why I have this podcast. And I know there are a lot of people who could benefit from this information. So yes, y'all, if y'all could just make sure you leave a rating and review, especially my I'm Good fam. So if you've been listening to this for a while and you have not left a rating and review, what are you doing? If you've been tuning into this podcast for a while and you have not left a rating or a review, come on, y'all. Listen, come on. But I do understand some podcasts, what do you want to call it? Not outlets, but yeah, outlets. They don't offer that option. But if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, you can definitely leave a rating review. I know we're also on Spotify. We're everywhere. Actually, this podcast is pretty much everywhere. So whatever the platform that you are on, make sure you leave a rating and review, and that will be greatly appreciated. And then, as I said, make sure you guys go ahead and share this podcast. Share it on your social media. Share it with your family, your friends, your bae, your boo. Okay? Make sure you go ahead and do that. So yes, y'all, how was y'all week? How was y'all? Is that correct grammar? How was y'all week? How was everyone's week out there? How was your week? Okay, listen, how was your week? It's crazy. Like, to me, I keep getting my days mixed up. I'm like, I don't know if it's just me, but these days are moving. Like, so I'm just trying to learn to take each day for what it is and, like, embrace it and, just be thankful and do as much as I can. But we already in February. So, February 1st was on Tuesday. So, yes, happy February. So, we are in a new month. It's Black History Month, okay? Black History Month, okay? So, yes, y'all, I feel like, me personally, I know February is a short month, and I'm like, yo, I feel like time has been moving. That's just me, whatever. But like I said, I'm forever grateful. And that's why we have to learn to do as much as we can, not burn ourselves out. Because I will burn myself out quick. And like, I'm trying to teach myself now, like, sis, you need to take a break. But I will definitely say, just enjoy each day. Do something for yourself. Do something, each day, so that when you look back, years from now, or if you look back in a month from now, if you look back in December of this year, you can say, oh, wow, I did accomplish a lot. So listen, just learn to really literally embrace each day so that you feel like you did something. So you feel, so you feel fulfilled. Okay, that's my journey. I'm on a journey of fulfillment, mental toughness, resiliency. I'm on that type of journey. Okay, I'm on a journey of fulfillment. So, but yes, y'all, time is moving, and then the next month is the best month, okay? Pisces season, okay? Yes, if y'all don't know, listen, I am a Pisces, okay? It's Pisces season, so shout out to all of my March babies, my Pisces and Aries, but shout out to the Pisces. But yes, y'all, March 13th is my birthday, which is also my 2-year podcast anniversary. So it'll be 2 years on March 13th. 2022, next month, of me recording this podcast. Yes, y'all, I started in the middle. Well, not in the middle. I started at the beginning of the pandemic. But yes, y'all, so I hope you all had a wonderful week. And if not, hopefully this podcast can help lift your mood, make you feel better, okay? Because listen, we here to help each other. That's on period. So today I wanted to go back into the whole nutrition aspect of, food and mood, and the different foods that you can eat to help increase your mood and make you feel happier, to help give you more energy, and just to help you overall feel good. Like, when you feel good, I feel like, if you think about it, when you feel good, it just seems like everything around you just works out in your favor. Okay. So basically, I want to talk about today foods that you can eat to help increase your happiness, whatever you go through. Like, I talked to y'all guys last week about what I was dealing with and just where my mind was at. If you have not checked it out, go ahead and check it out. That was the episode where I talked about why I disappeared for a couple weeks, whatever. So make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. But today I want to talk about foods that you can eat to help increase your happiness. Okay, we can all benefit from this. No one life is perfect. Even if it looks like someone's life is perfect, we all deal with different things, but it's all on how we handle it. It's all about basically what type of, I would say, spirit that you have. Like when you're going through something, are you going to have a down spirit? And not to say that you should, you're always going to feel happy, because baby, you're not. But I want to talk about things that we can do so that when things do happen, we're in a better state or better mindset. So the first food on my list to help increase happiness is spinach. I know I talked about this a lot of times, like on this podcast episode about spinach, but spinach is one of the types of foods that you can eat that can help naturally boost your mood. It's also too, if you have like low energy levels or low iron levels, it's also a good source of iron. So with spinach, there are a lot of ways you can eat it. You can eat it in a salad. You can saute it. You could put it in a sandwich. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of spinach, but when I do, you know what? I'm definitely not. I'm not a big fan of spinach at all. But when you do listen to spinach, but when I eat spinach, I generally just have it in a salad. Like I like just fresh cold spinach. This is just me. I do not like cooked spinach. I don't like it. I personally like it fresh. Like I'll have it on a salad. I'll have it on a sandwich, or I also make like a spinach salad, whatever, or something like that. But yeah, so there's so many different ways that you can, eat spinach. And always, I will say this too, before, we get started, the best way to get the best source of vitamins is to eat it in its raw form or its whole form. So that means, straight out the bag where you're not cooking it or anything like that. But nonetheless, if you want to get some spinach in you and you prefer to saute it, whatever, put it in the oven, whatever you want to do with it, I would say by any means necessary, do that. Because you're still going to get, the benefits, of eating spinach. You may not get the full pack nutrients, but it's still better than not eating it at all. So, and if you ever have like any hard times, like looking for recipes, I would say TikTok is really, really bomb right now in regards to having like just tons of content, but just content like on cooking and just things like that. And also Pinterest. Pinterest is also another wonderful place to go if you need like spinach suggestions or things, different ways to eat spinach, as well as you can also use Google or YouTube. Oh yeah, YouTube. So there's a lot of different places you can go to if you're not really sure like how to, eat a certain food or ways to kind of jazz it up. Because me personally, I'm not a jazz it up type of cook. I'm just really a type of person, but I'm a type of cook right now, I should say, it may change down the line, where I'm just like, whatever it is, I'm gonna eat it. So if it's spinach, I'm gonna make a salad. Like I don't really jazz my stuff up too much unless I have a recipe. But yeah, so spinach is the first food that you can eat to increase happiness. Another food that's part of our dark leafy green group is kale. So kale is also another good source of iron. So it can help improve, low iron levels, can help boost your energy. And it can also increase your mood. So with kale, I used to eat kale chips. So what I would do is I would get a bag of kale and I would get like a big bowl and I would put, I don't know, maybe it was like 2 tablespoons, but like 2 tablespoons of olive oil and like 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I would like basically smother or, try to get the kale as wet as possible with the oil and apple cider vinegar. And then I would put the oven, I believe it was on 400. And then I would get a pan with aluminum foil. I would get a pan, put aluminum foil on top of it. And then I put the kale on top of it and sprinkle like salt and pepper. Put it in the oven. I think it was about maybe 10 minutes. Take it out. And that's what I used to eat. And it was called kale chips. To me, it was really good. Like I said before, I don't know if y'all heard the story. One time I had one too many. Let's just say, yeah, my stomach wasn't, it was like, sis, what? What are we doing? Yeah, so, a lot of these foods, so your spinach, your kale, that is definitely high in fiber. Actually, now that I think about it, these foods that I'm naming today are high in fiber, which is not a bad thing. Definitely not a bad thing, but if you consume a lot of high fiber foods, you might be going to the bathroom. Okay. You might be going to the bathroom a lot. So, but yes, kale is another great food to eat to help increase your happiness. You can freeze your kale. You can buy kale fresh, put it in a freezer bag, throw it in the freezer so you can always add it to smoothies. You can have a kale smoothie or a green smoothie, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, kale is definitely another great way to help increase your happiness. The third one on my list is beans. So, beans is another food that's high in fiber. Me personally, the only bean that I really do eat is chickpeas. I don't really eat too many other beans because it kind of makes my tummy hurt. It's like a baby saying that. But yeah, so beans, beans is another way, another food that you can eat to help increase your happiness or mood. So if you enjoy beans, there are a lot of recipes that you can make with beans. I think oftentimes when I think of beans, I just think about, just eating the beans by itself. But like I said, if you ever need help, because this is what I use, help with trying to jazz up your recipe or anything like that, I would say go on Pinterest. You can go on YouTube. You go on TikTok now. And there are a lot of, different recipes for different things that you could do with beans. You can make a soup. You can just put it, you could do rice and beans. There's a lot of different dishes that you can eat that consist of beans. The fourth one on my list today is avocado. Listen, y'all know I love me some avocado. Okay, that's on period. I actually got to buy some. Because I buy the mini avocados, and I keep saying that. After the past 2 weeks, I keep saying, I'm going to get some avocado, but I keep forgetting. Because with avocado, when you get it, it's not always ripe. And that's fine. For me, it's fine because it gives me more days, to, have avocado. Because if it's too ripe, then it gets too mushy and then it gets brown and you got to throw it away. So I actually like to get my avocado, nice and hard. But in the meantime, what I typically do is I'll go to my local grocery store. I go to Aldi's. I'm not sure if you guys all have Aldi's. I know there's Aldi's here, but I'll go to Aldi's and I'll buy guacamole cups. It's not the same thing. Well, it is the same thing as avocado, but avocado is in its raw form. But with the guacamole cups, they add a little different things to it, whatever. So what I tend to do is I'll buy avocado, and then while the avocado is taking days to ripe, I'll just use the guacamole, to help. What's the word? I'll use the guacamole. What's the word? To help. If I want to make avocado bread, I'll use the guacamole instead of the avocado. If that makes sense, y'all. I was losing my train of thought. If that makes sense. So yeah. So also avocados are vitamin packed. Tons and tons of vitamins. Definitely a mood booster. I said this in the past, but I remember I was eating every day avocado toast, and I was like, I feel good. But I was eating avocado toast with pineapple juice, and I just remember feeling really, really good. And, after doing my research about, the link between, food and mood and, food and brain health and things like that, I realized oh, wait a second. There was a reason why I was feeling good, because there are properties and nutrients in these foods that are shown to help improve your mood. So avocado is definitely another food to eat, to add to your diet if you want to increase your happiness. They do sell frozen avocado. You can put avocados in smoothies. It helps make the smoothie, much smoother. It gives it a creamy feel, a creamy taste as well. You can also do, I know some people may do, I feel like there are a lot of avocado smoothies with chocolate. So, that's another great way, to kind of curve your sweet tooth, because you can always, I have chocolate protein powder, but I don't know. I should say it might be too much protein. But if you're trying to aim for a high protein diet, that might be for you. Because I was going to say, I buy this protein powder. It's called Vega 5. So VEGA 5. And it's vegan, it's plant-based, and it only has 5 ingredients, which I love. And I was going to say you can always use the chocolate protein powder on top of the avocado and use some milk, and whatever ice or fruit to create a smoothie. But that would be very, very high in protein. And then also, too, don't forget the avocado is also high in fiber. So, but yes, y'all. So nonetheless, there are a lot of different ways that you can, get, avocado in your diet. Once again, you can go on Pinterest. You can look up avocado smoothies. You can make guacamole. There's so much that you can, definitely do with avocado to get it in your diet. I love avocado, okay? Number 5, the next one on my list for foods that can increase happiness is almonds. Not only does almonds or can almonds help increase your mood, but they also can help improve your memory. So if you feel like you're having like brain fog or some memory problems, like forgetting stuff, because listen, honey, I must need some more almonds because, baby, I be forgetting stuff. Like, I be having to put sticky notes everywhere. And even the sticky notes, I forget where the sticky note is at. Like, what is going on? So you can definitely help improve your mood by eating, more almonds. So almonds, you can eat them raw. You can put them in food. Once again, if you are unsure on how to incorporate almonds into your diet, you can certainly, look it up as well. So there, like I said, there a lot of times, like even for me, like when I think of a food, I don't think of the different ways to jazz it up. But like now that I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, wait a second, almonds, you can do a lot. Like you can put almonds in a salad. You can roast almonds. There are a lot of different things that you can, do. And I honestly, now that I think about it, I think that's another reason why a lot of times, like a lot of people don't eat as healthy and we don't enjoy it as much, is because we think that eating healthy is just like, throwing the food on the table. Like say for instance, one of the foods that you should eat is like a tomato. People think, oh, well, you should just eat the tomato as it is. But like, if we kind of learn how to like do different things and jazz it up, so we can make like maybe a hummus wrap. So you get some pita bread, put some hummus on the wrap, and then maybe top it with some spinach and then some tomatoes. Like there are different things that you can do, but I can say this for myself. A lot of times, like I don't think like that. I'm just like, well, these are the foods that are healthy, and I'm just going to eat it as it is. But if you're someone who is like me and needs to get out the box, I would definitely say, write down these lists of foods, but look up different ways that you can eat these foods. And as I did say before, eating it in its whole form, so its raw form, it's best. But for me personally, it does get boring. So if you can find a recipe or just different ways to eat these foods, I guarantee you're going to continue with this lifestyle. You definitely will. So number 6 on my list is Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is really, really good for overall gut health, because it does contain good bacteria. But Greek yogurt is also shown to help increase mood, your overall mood and energy. I used to eat Greek yogurt a lot. I'm lactose, so now I do, plant-based foods and dairy-free. But now my favorite yogurt right now, I don't think it's Greek yogurt, but my favorite yogurt right now is So Delicious. S-O Delicious. So good. But I get the coconut kind. It is so good. But I used to definitely get Greek yogurt. It's definitely a lot more clumpy. I gotta check. I'm pretty sure they have like vegan Greek yogurt. They gotta have, you know what? I gotta put that on my list. Vegan Greek yogurt. Yeah, I gotta put that on my list. But yes, Greek yogurt is definitely another food to help increase happiness. The last one on my list is blueberries, or better yet, any type of berries. But blueberries is another food that can help increase your happiness. So if you're feeling like you need a mood booster, or you just need to like eat something to make you, feel better or whatever it may be, grab you some blueberries. Blueberries is another, I think, is a tasty, fruit, because it's sweet, whatever, obviously. Well, basically all fruits are sweet, whatever. But yes, also blueberries is an immune booster. So we are in the midst of cold season, winter season. So if you're looking for a way to boost your immune system, you can also go ahead and grab some berries. So you can eat some berries fresh. You can I just recently bought frozen blueberries. So you buy some frozen blueberries. You could put it in a smoothie. There is so much that you can definitely do with blueberries. You could put blueberries in a salad. You could put blueberries in your oatmeal. Yeah, like I said, for me to figure out different ways to jazz up food, I have to definitely look it up. But these are just some suggestions on some different ways that you can, eat these foods. And then also too, blueberries can also help improve your brain function. So, like I said, if you're dealing with brain fog, or if you really want to sharpen your overall mind and your brain health and brain function, blueberries is also great because it helps improve brain function, and it is also rich in antioxidants. So overall, I would say these are really some great foods to start introducing into your diet, or maybe add more of, to help increase your overall mood and happiness. Something like some suggestions and tips that I will, tell you guys as well is that what I used to use, which I need to get back on, is using like a food tracker, like MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal is really, really great because you can see, like, you can scan the food that you're eating or type it up. And at the end of the day, you can really, really see, okay, this is what I ate. And it'll tell you like how many grams of protein you had in a day. It'll give you a whole list of all the nutrients that you had. So it's definitely like a great way to kind of keep on track on your health. So if you have like goals, if you have like a goal to, eat healthier, or just be healthier, or just improve your overall mood this year, I would definitely say look into finding like a food tracker on your phone. If you are more old school where you don't want a food tracker, you can definitely journal, get like a notebook, whatever, from a dollar store, whatever, and just write down the foods that you ate. Another good app that is really good is called Fujicate. Fujicate allows you to scan a food, and it tells you if the food is like A, B, C, D category, which means A is good, B, C. Then it also gives you explanation. And by the way, none of this is sponsored, but hey, listen, y'all, Fujicate, MyFitnessPal, whatever, if y'all want to sponsor me, your girl's right here. But yes, Fujicate is definitely another good app to use to kind of help you with your overall eating, just to figure out like, okay, what am I eating, and is it actually good? And then also, too, last but not least, in regards to increasing your happiness, make sure that you drink plenty of water. For me, I carry around a gallon jug. I will say it's harder for me to drink a gallon of water if I'm not exercising, but if I have added exercise to my routine that day, oh, it's nothing, baby. I can guzzle that water down. But yeah, so make sure you can buy, like, I would say maybe buy, if you want to drink a gallon of water, buy a gallon jug, versus like a jug that doesn't carry that much. Like for me, I get the gallon because I'm like, once I fill it up, I know that's my gallon. And once I drink it, I know it's complete. So, but yes, y'all. So these are foods that can help increase your happiness. There are a lot of other foods that you can eat, and there's a lot of other things that you can do. But for the sake of this podcast today, I just want to talk about different foods that you can eat to help boost your mood. Because listen, we all need it, and that's on period. So you already know what time it is. It's time for this week's quote of the week. This week's quote of the week is, when you focus on the good gets better. That's on period, okay? When you focus on the good gets better. All right, I'm good, fam. We are now at the end of this week's show, and I hope this information was helpful, insightful, and everything in between. Do not forget, if you have not done so, but I already know you did it, but I'm gonna just remind you, do not forget to go ahead and subscribe, share this podcast, leave a review, and tell a friend. Make sure you go ahead and check out this podcast sponsor, www.allthingshri.com, and use your promo code I'mGoodFam to get 10% off your order. And as always, thank you so much for listening, and I will see all of you beautiful people next week. Bye-bye.